Hey guys, it's Kenny here from Slurve.com and Project Roto. Back at it again for my favorite cash game plays for this week's Wyndham Championships. Before we get into this week's picks, let's take a look back at last week. Not the greatest week overall, but it wasn't all bad. For the Olympics, I had Martin Kaymer, Jonathan Vegas, Patrick Harrington, and Alex Chayka. Kaymer struggled early, but came back strong on Sunday, shooting a 66 and finishing in 15th place. Patrick Harrington and Chayka didn't make too many moves during the week and finished in 21st. Vegas was the major disappointment, finishing in 50th. Didn't really see that coming. I lost a good chunk of change because I was pretty heavy on Vegas. I definitely thought he would do well. For the John Deere Classic, my picks were Daniel Summerhays, Robert Garrigus, Keegan Bradley, and Henrik Norlander. Keegan, Garrigus, and Norlander all made the cut and all finished inside the top 27, which is not bad. Summerhays, again, another disappointment as he missed the cut by a lot. It wasn't even close. I think he finished +6 or +7 for the week. I didn't really see that one coming either. He was coming in hot, and at that price, it really hurt. So he was $10,600 last week. Been on a little bit of a frustrating run where only 3/4 of my picks do well, but we'll try to end that this week at the Wyndham Championships. The Wyndham is played at a Donald Ross designed Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's a fairly short, easy course where the average winning score is around -17. They're going to be wide fairways, not too many bunkers, not too much water. The main defense of the course is going to be the heavily undulated and sloping greens. Some stats I'm looking for this week are going to be green in regulation, birdie or better percentage, par 4 scoring, and proximity from 150 to 175 yards. If you'd like a more detailed course description and reasons for why I'm using specific stats, check out my article on ProjectRoto.com. It's up right now. It's free to read for everyone. Now let's get on to the picks. My high-end cash game pick this week is going to be Bill Haas at $9,800. I do think Brandt Snedeker, Webb Simpson, and Jim Furyk all make solid cash game plays above him this week, but I'm going to start my lineup with Bill Haas. He's a North Carolina boy and has played well at Sedgefield with 3 top 7s in his last 4 tries here. His family even hosts a junior event on the course every year, so you know that he's very familiar with the course. The biggest win of his career came at a Donald Ross designed course at Eastlake a few years back when he won the Tour Championship. And if you haven't seen that, you should definitely YouTube that. He hit a shot on the playoff hole out of the water to about 2 feet to save par to keep the playoff going. It was pretty remarkable stuff. Definitely YouTube worthy. The course should suit his game since he doesn't have to bang it a mile off the tee to compete here. He hits a lot of greens, plays par 4s well, has a great tee to green game, and is solid with his chipping around the greens. He is playing solid golf right now with a couple of top 10s in his last 4 events played. My next pick, it's going to be Kevin Na at $9,100. Na's been having a nice consistent run of late, with 5 straight starts where he hasn't finished below 27th, and he has a couple of top 10s sprinkled in there during that time frame. He actually comes in as my number 2 ranked golfer this week stat-wise. He's 80th in greens in regulation, 5th in par 4 scoring, 35th in birdie or better percentage, 13th in proximity from 150 to 175, 66th in strokes gained putting, and 39th in strokes gained tee to green. His lack of length shouldn't hurt him too much at the shortest course, and he finished 18th the last time he played here at the Wyndham Championships. Plus, he has made 85% of its cuts this year with 7 top 10s. My next pick, it's going to be another local North Carolina boy, and that's William McGirt at $8,700. He's from the area and has played well at Sedgefield in the past, making 4 of his 5 cuts, and his best finishes have been his 2 most recent. He finished 8th in 2014 and 14th in 2015. Stat-wise, he hits a lot of greens, plays par 4s well, is above average at birdie making, putts extremely well, and is accurate off the tee. He is having his best season by far on tour this year, with a win at the Memorial and 7 top 10s throughout this season. He has a little bit of extra motivation probably coming into the week, as he has an outside chance of making the Ryder Cup team with a strong showing this week. I think the last time I looked, he was in 16th place for the Ryder Cup standings. My final pick is going to be Jason Dufner at $7,900. Dufner has a course management type game, and this course definitely fits into his style of play. He's missed a couple of cuts here over the years, but has made 4 of 6 overall, with a high finish of 7th in 2012, which is actually the year they switched to Bermuda grass from bent grass on the greens. Since that change to Bermuda grass, he's played the tournament twice and hasn't missed a cut. He hasn't missed a cut in a non-major event this year since February, so 8 months without missing a cut in a non-major event. He also has 5 top 10s on the season and picked up a victory earlier this year at the Career Builder Challenge. He's inside the top 32 in all of my key stats this week, except for putting. If he putts just average, he has a chance to be high up on the leaderboard come Sunday. So, once again, my 4 main cash game plays for this week, this week's Wyndham Championship, are going to be Bill Haas at 9,800, Kevin Na at 9,100, William McGirt at 8,700, and Jason Dufner at 8,900. It might seem like this week's picks are a little top-heavy, but if you use all 4 of these golfers in a cash lineup this week, you'll still have almost $1,500 to spend on your remaining 2 golfers. So before I go, let me go over a couple of under 7K guys I like for cash this week. First, it's going to be Henrik Norlander at $6,600. This guy's been a cut-making machine recently. He's made 12 of his last 13 cuts on tour. And he also finished 16th here in his only other appearance at Sedgefield Country Club. My super sub 6K sleeper cash game play this week is going to be Michael Kim at $5,400. Kim has made 77% of his cuts this year in 26 total events. And at that price range, you're not going to see that very often. Plus, he's Korean, and he has the best last name in the world. Yes, my last name is Kim as well. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week. Make sure you check out the other guys' stuff on slurv.com. The Fantasy Golf Metric guys do a really solid chat Tuesday nights at 9:30. Brad Messersmith and his gang do a GPP chat at 9:30 on Wednesdays. I do my web chat Wednesdays at 1 p.m. for the lunchtime crowd. Definitely worth it. Just $10 a month to join. And the thing is, you also get the NFL DFS info. And the guys that they hired here at slurv.com for NFL are really, really sharp minds. That in itself is worth $10 alone. You can get us as a little side dish for your $10 a month. Also, make sure to check out my article on projectroto.com every week. It's free to read, and there's also good stuff there if you feel like subscribing. David Frey has his cheat sheets every week. He's won a bunch of money on GPPs this year, and the Moosonomics spreadsheet is on there for subscribers, and that's the Moosonomics spreadsheet, and that's probably the best in the business, in my opinion. All right, guys. Good luck this week. Win some cash and take down all your cash games. I'll see you next week for the playoffs.